3, 2, 1, clap. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Properties of Nature podcast. I'm Kade Perrin, the host of the Properties of Nature podcast and the drummer for Properties of Nature. I don't have anything else.
Oh, hey, guys. Canyon's not here. He died. This is Josh. I don't have anything to say.
What's up, everyone? It's Thomas Heath, the motherfucking bassist of the motherfucking band. And I got a question for you guys.
Oh?
What is the scariest thing that's ever happened to you in your entire life?
I don't know.
That's a tough question.
Tell me
Nothing scary's ever happened to me before.
Nothing scary ever happened to any of you guys? Nothing spooky or scary?
I never get scared. I'm too powerful.
Yeah, I'm
What
too
the hell?
powerful, too.
What the hell? Do you guys want to hear my story?
Yeah.
Well, that's really all I wanted to do was tell my story. I was just kind of gloss over your guys' stupid, dumb stories anyways.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
All right. When I was a young lad, I had a few things like weird happening to me in like the span of a week. So
A few weird things in 1 week?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There was this one time when I was sleeping in my little boy bed, and all of a sudden I feel like this air blowing over me, like a cold breeze. And I never opened my window because it was in the basement of a house, and the window well was full of spiders and like stuff like that. So I never opened my window. So I knew it wasn't the wind from outside.
It was the spiders.
So I opened my eyes and I was like, what the hell's going on? And right above my face was like a hand. It was like a hand shape over my face, and I was like really scared. But it was my blanket somehow over my face in the shape of like a cupped hand.
Well, what made the air? What made the wind?
Yeah.
My window was open.
Oh.
Your window was open?
Yeah. So it was the open window, and I don't know what the hell opened it or who the hell opened it, because I made a point of never opening that window because of all the creepy crawlies in the window well.
Yeah, all the creepy crawlies.
I bet it was Josh Fraser that opened your window.
Isn't that so strange? But
yeah.
And then later in the week, I was walking over to a friend's house, like a street over, and I was in this cul-de-sac, and this man pulls up in a car, and he gets out and starts walking towards me, and I
think he was gonna kidnap you.
Red flags raising already, and he was like, "Hey, do you know how to get to this place?" I'm like a little 8-year-old boy, like
that's what you said. I'm like a little 8-year-old boy, and he's like, I know. I can see that.
Like, yeah, I'm an 8-year-old child in a fucking cul-de-sac. Like, whatever he wanted, it wasn't to ask me for directions. So
what do you mean? It might have been. He might have literally been so lost.
No, you're never
Honestly,
so lost
me personally,
as an adult person.
I wouldn't ask a child for directions.
That you pull into a neighborhood cul-de-sac, find an 8-year-old child, and you're thinking that's who's going to give you directions.
When you were 8 years old, phones didn't exist. So
well, yes, they did.
Not GPS phones. So this dude had to use fucking paper map that he downloaded off of fucking dial-up internet after 6 hours, and then.
Nope. I remain suspicious of that man's motives, and so I
feel like if that happened now, it'd be more suspicious because everybody has a fucking cell phone with Google Maps on it.
I ran as fast as I could.
Did he chase you?
He was like saying, "Hey, get back!" But he didn't really chase me. But I I ran to my mother and told her what happened, and then she told all the neighbors, and then they were like all looking for him.
And then they arrested him.
And no one found him, no one saw him, and no one ever heard from him again. So
he got even more lost. It's because he got so lost.
no one in that man's life
spirit realm.
ever heard from him again.
You were the criminal the whole time. So
those were two spooky things that happened to me that week.
The only way Thomas could be so sure that no one ever heard from him again is if Thomas made sure of that.
One
Thomas,
time
you killed that man, didn't you?
He did. But one time when I was 7 or 8, maybe, I was sitting out at the public tree house. There was a tree house that me and a couple friends made.
House? Oh, that's
yeah, there was
public.
just this tree. Yeah, there's
In
this tree
public?
that we had, and it was right next to a road. Weirdly, it didn't used to be next to a road. They just happened to cut down an entire ass fucking forest and make a road there, right past the tree house, which was weird. But I was just chilling at the tree house, just casually minding my own business with my friend. And a car drove by. They rolled down the window, and we were like, hold up, what the fuck's going on here? And they threw out a fucking firework, not like a little baby firework. This was a fucking like not one of those small mortars, but like the big. This
Like
thing
a
had like an
M80?
explosion. No, this thing had
Bigger
an
than an
explosion
M80?
radius. This thing had an explosion radius. Fire flew out like 70 feet. Like this was a massive fucking thing. Like
Holy
they threw a
cow.
bomb at me.
What the
That's an
heck?
act of domestic terrorism.
You got
It was
terrorized.
absolutely. I got terrorized. So that happened. I hid
That's
behind a
crazy.
board. I flipped the board up because I saw something smoking on the ground. I was like, oh, hell no. So I hid behind it, and then I saw like fire fly
hell
past
no.
me. Dude,
Bro.
it was loud as fuck, too.
One time, me and my friend was driving around in the winter times in my car, and out of nowhere, a snowball freaking hit my windshield, and we saw those. Me and my friend looked over, and we saw some lads, and so we fucking pulled over, and we like got out of the car and started yelling at them, and we were like running after them, and but they got away, and I don't know what I would have done had I caught up to them. I was just
You
kinda
would have just
trying
been
to-
like,
You would have kicked their asses.
hey,
I would have been.
I
like,
didn't think I'd catch you. I thought you'd just get away. This is kind of awkward now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You can go. Just
like I would have just been like a dog that finally caught the fucking like mailman or something, and just be like, what do I do now? I wasn't like wanting to fight them or anything. I would just kind of wanted to scare those lads, so I started chasing after them, and I'm sure they were scared. So
Oh, absolutely.
Mission?
freaking
accomplished.
Yeah,
Mission accomplished.
Hell freaking yeah, dude.
Nice.
Josh and I were at a furry convention 2 weeks ago.
We did
That's
go to a
cool.
furry convention.
Do you want to tell some stories about that, Josh?
Let's tell the stories of the furry convention.
Let's go.
Do you want to tell a story first, or do you want me to
No,
tell a
I'd like
story
it if you
first?
did.
Just me to tell all the stories?
Yep.
You gotta tell some stories.
Okay.
Okay, so we pulled up to Vegas, right? And we were meeting a friend there, and we stopped at this place called Fuku Burger, which is pretty lit.
I love the name of that. It's like
It's
fuck
good.
you, burger.
It's like fuck you burger.
Dang. That's a bad
Um,
freaking word.
And they asked me what my name was, and I said Big Papa. So they said Big Papa when my meal was ready.
Do we
So that
got
was
a big
funny.
papa in the house? And you said,
So
that's me.
that's me. I walked up all like puffed up chest, grabbed my burger, and I was like, I'm Big Papa.
And then you,
And,
Remember what
um,
my funny name was, Josh?
what was your
no.
funny name?
I don't remember my funny name. I bet it was Speezy.
I bet it was Snake Whistle.
Oh,
It was Snake Whistle.
Yeah.
Snake Whistle. That's
And then-
you reminded me. That's exactly what it was.
And then our other friend Paxton, his funny name was like probably the best one of all. It was Josh Fraser. So they called out Josh Fraser as well.
Dude, how
It
did
was
he
pretty funny.
even go up there? I would have been so embarrassed to even go up and grab my food.
Yeah,
if they,
and
like,
say that
put out
name. That's
Josh
just
Frazier.
fucking. That's just awful.
I wouldn't even
But-
have
It was
been
so
able to get
funny.
my food.
He actually did have them call out that name.
It was
but,
pretty funny.
Him and Kade played professional game of chess.
An actual professional game
It
of
was
chess.
professional.
What
You guys
the
were-
on the
heck?
line.
There was money
What
on the
the heck?
line. It wasn't
Who'd you play
professional.
chess against?
Paxton.
Each other.
It was just
Holy
Kade and
cow.
Paxton played a game of chess
You weren't
while eating our
doing-
burgies.
The daily double?
What's the daily double?
You need 2 people versus 2 people once a
Whoa.
day
With chess?
for the prize pool of $1 million in chess.
Oh, shiz.
shiz.
Freaking crap. That's insane.
Yeah, it's called the Daily Double. They do it in Las Vegas at the Fuck You Burger.
At the Fuck You Burger. So after
were
we went
there.
to Fuck You Burger, we pulled up to the Furry convention, right? We were trying to find a parking spot. We were right across the road, and there were plenty of parking spots. And I was like, why don't we just park here? We just got to cross the road.
That's what I would have
And-
thought too.
The Paxton was all like, I don't want to cross 7 lanes of traffic on foot. And I was like, dude,
That's
there's like
probably
no
wise.
cars here. There were like no cars.
Oh, well,
There were a couple cars.
it was still wise to not
It was
want to
probably
do that.
wise. So then we cross the street, pull into the
Not
parking
on
lot
foot, but on the car.
in the car. We're driving through the parking lot looking for a parking space. We drive all the way to the back of this fucking building, which it's like a lot
this
farther than you
building-
think it is. It's a
This building's a big, long fucking rectangle with one of the short ends facing out to the street. And instead
Yeah.
of a regular fucking parking lot, their parking lot is just a road that goes in a U shape around that rectangle.
Yeah.
And
So-
it's narrow enough that like 2 cars barely fit next to
dude.
each other.
2 cars wouldn't fit. Like we
was
couldn't
so
turn into it
fucking
when
bad.
another car was coming our direction. Like
Were there a lot of people there?
there were a
was
lot of people.
3,000
What
freaking
the freaking
people.
heck? I didn't even
There were a
know
lot
that
of
many
fucking
furries
people.
existed. If I'm being honest.
Those are just the
I don't
ones
know
in
if-
Vegas.
I don't know if it was actually 3,000. I'm going to be honest.
Well,
it was probably
perhaps-
closer to 1,000.
Everyone in the country made the
There were more than
pilgrimage to
1,000
Vegas.
people easily. There were more than 1,000.
You think so?
Absolutely, yeah. There were
2,000?
there were more than 1,000 cars there, dude. Like every spot was taken.
Did you see our friend Jacob?
I don't know.
Nope. He wasn't at the furry convention.
What the frick?
That's why he posted in the group chat. He was all mad that I went to a furry convention before him.
No,
Yeah,
he
we should have
posted
invited-
pictures
we
of
should have-
himself at a furry convention.
When?
He's at an anime convention this weekend.
Well, wait,
Oh.
no, you guys were.
He was at an anime convention in Vegas. We were at an anime convention in Salt Lake.
Holy freaking cow! You guys are
Thomas
off the
can't keep all these
chains with
conventions
your
straight.
freaking conventions.
Thomas can't keep all this shit straight, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you guys went to an anime convention.
I went to an anime convention this weekend.
You didn't
Yeah.
even invite me. Rude.
Did you want to come to Salt Lake on Thursday?
No, I wouldn't have been able to.
So it didn't really matter
Yeah.
that I didn't invite you.
Then it's a
It
moot
doesn't.
fucking point.
Thomas could have come along, but he chose not to. He was like, I freaking hate anime.
No,
I freaking hate animators.
that's more accurate to what I said. I love anime.
Thomas was like, everyone at the convention's going to be stinky and gross.
That's what
and
I
then it was
said.
like,
Is that actually what he said?
Yeah. And then the people at the convention, it was like 75% just like girls in cosplay. And nobody was stinky.
You know what I said, Josh? I said, have fun at the anime convention. May God have mercy on your nostrils, is what I said. And
Well, the whole time we were there, I didn't smell a single person in a bad way.
I didn't smell
there
a
was
person
quite
in a
bit of
bad way
perfume.
at the furry convention either.
well, then maybe I'm just fucking wrong. But guess what? I still
Yeah,
probably
you're
wouldn't.
being.
I wouldn't
you're
have
perpetuating negative stereotypes about people.
stereotypes
You know,
exist for a reason. About
I've smelled-
anime enjoyers is all I'm saying.
I've smelled bad smells at hardcore music shows like 90% of the time.
Oh, that happens every single
That's just
time. That's the thing.
guaranteed.
But the thing is, I'd rather smell the smell of BO from a man who's been doing physical activity in a hardcore pit versus the BO of a man who's just sweating at an anime convention for no discernible reason.
Well, there was no sweat, no BO.
Well, that's
no
good.
stench. It was a great time.
Good to hear.
It was awesome.
Yeah, you were wrong.
I will renege. Is that the word? Renege on my opinion.
It's short for renegotiate, so you're not really negotiating anything here, though.
Well, I will say
he's negotiating with himself.
I'll recant my statement, and I will say I probably still wouldn't have had that great a time at the anime convention.
Dude, they had so many Gokus. You could have bought like 4 different Gokus.
The thing is, I can't buy stuff. I'm freaking poor, and also
there was a freaking stall that was selling Pokemon art prints and blankets and posters of
I like
the Pokemons with really thick, dumpy asses.
Here's the thing.
They're called thick Pokemon.
I do like
Did they have Pikachu there?
They
had thick
have.
Pikachu. They had thick Charizard. They had thick Squirtle.
I do like anime, but back before I was interested in anime, I went to this, like, my dad's friend from high school. We went to her house to spend the night because we were, like, in their city for some reason, and I don't remember why. But that lady had a daughter who was super into anime. And I went into her bedroom, and it smelled worse than anything I could have ever imagined.
I think that's just a her thing.
Well, I think that was my first experience with an anime enjoyer, and that's just what I think of now.
I'm pretty sure anime wasn't the only thing she enjoyed. She probably enjoyed other things.
Farting out of her butt all the time, probably, but only in her bedroom.
She probably freaking enjoyed skipping
Did the bedroom
showers.
smell like farts?
No, I don't know what to describe the smell. It was just bad. So, there you have it.
Well, you can't just judge everybody based on one experience you had, Thomas.
Well,
the reason I can judge the hardcore shows because it's been every experience I've had.
No,
it's almost guaranteed.
No, you are right to say that, because every concert you go to will have a concert enjoyer that didn't put on deodorant, maybe hasn't ever put on deodorant in his life, running around with his arms up. And what if at an anime convention it's just really hot? What if the AC's broken and some people maybe not have worn deodorant, and then they're gonna smell? I think
you're gonna still be mad.
Yeah, because guess what? Enjoying anime makes you a dirtier person than not enjoying anime. So you'll be a stinkier person when you get sweaty. That's just facts. That is. I'm Tucker Carlson. This is Fox News. And that's straight up
So
facts.
another thing, Josh. So
everything
first off,
you say is true.
To go back to the furry convention, it was a great time. Furries are awesome people.
It was cool. We talked to a couple of them, but not super long.
I feel like we talked to more of them. Next time we go, we're gonna hangout section.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the hangouts and do activities. We kind of just went there for the buying, buying stuff. We were looking for the sex
floor,
the vendors thing. We were looking for. Kade was looking for some cat ears. I bought some stickers and like this little cute plush thing. It looks like a little alien cat. It's got 3 eyes. It was
pretty sick.
Squiggly antenna thing.
It's my favorite little guy.
It's really cool.
This last weekend though, I went up to Salt Lake City, up in the house, chilling with the boys.
Holy cow!
We went to a freaking dinosaur museum.
What? That's so sick.
That shit was so
museum.
Gosh dang cool.
Wait, Thomas, you weren't there?
Thomas was there.
I was there. I was just hyping him up.
I was like, what?
I saw a freaking Diplodocus skull.
Yeah.
Just like the one on my Animal Crossing island, okay? And I took a picture of me pogging at it. I took a lot of pictures of me pogging at things. They're in the Discord in general if you want to see those pictures.
Yeah.
It was such a great and cool and awesome time. And then at the gift shop, they had a Diplodocus that was all like spray painted with graffiti. And I bought that shit. It's my Diplodocus. It's so fucking cool.
Yeah,
a Diplodocus?
Yeah, dude. It's freaking rad.
You want
immediately after that, Thomas went home with James, and then the rest of us went to a freaking anime convention. That was also a great freaking time. At the entire furry convention, there was a total of one person selling cat ears. And
Literally
they only
one
had,
person.
They only had brown, black, white, and pink. I was very disappointed. I bought
What
the
did they
pink
have
ones.
at the anime convention?
At the anime convention, they had an entire vendor that had 3 full-length fucking tables with nothing but ears. Cat
So,
ears,
did you
wolf
get
ears,
any?
sheep ears, fucking bunny ears.
Did you get
and
any?
And they had a billion colors of each. So I had straight up 19 different pairs of cat ears to choose from. And I found the perfect pair. They're dark purple. They have a black trim on the top of the ear. They're adorable. And
Why
I bought
aren't you
them.
wearing them?
Because they don't go on this pair of headphones. They're going to go on a new pair of headphones next time I get a new pair of headphones.
That's so crazy.
It's the truth. This pair of
the
headphones
truth.
already has matching cat ears, the rainbow ones.
Can I tell you my favorite dinosaur from the museum?
Yes, you can. That'd be awesome.
There was this giant skeleton called the Supersaurus. And
Supersaurus?
yeah. And you could
That guy was awesome.
you could walk underneath it and look at the rib cage just towering over you, and I just imagined what it would be like to walk under that real dinosaur.
It smelled bad like an anime convention because they don't
It
use
probably
deodorant.
would have smelled pretty bad because
Actually, Supersauruses have a natural deodorant.
lizards smell bad in general. I ain't gonna lie.
But like, what about like a giant lizard? Do you think a giant lizard
They
would smell
probably
pretty
have
bad?
a giant stink about them.
A
giant
giant
stank.
lizard stank.
Yeah, but
Hey, Thomas,
and then
do you-
guess what I got at the gift shop?
What'd you get?
I got the glow in the dark planets to stick on the wall of my bathroom.
That's so freaking slick. In your bathroom?
Yeah,
Why in the bathroom?
That's awesome.
because that's where I want them.
Do you,
You
shower
just have
with
the
the
lights
off,
off
Thomas?
in their bathroom?
I'm putting it in the half bathroom, so there's no shower in that bathroom. It'll just have glow in the dark planets.
So you
Okay.
pretty much just have to go to the bathroom in the dark every time now.
So when you open the door, there will be glow-in-the-dark planets, and you go, whoa.
Yeah.
And then you'll turn the light on and go take your shit anyways.
Well, that's gonna.
I guess that'll be up to
we're
personal
ruining your
preference.
plans,
Huh?
Thomas. We're ruining your plans.
You know what? Well, now I am reconsidering because if I ever want to do see the glow in the dark planets, I'm gonna have to sit in that stank ass bathroom. Maybe an
that anime
fan
convention.
came into the bathroom previously before I wanted to look at the planets, and now I have to smell it.
Okay,
I'm.
so hear me out. You should put these glow-in-the-dark planets along the wall of your staircase, because your staircase is never very well lit.
That could be cool. I'm
That'd be sick.
also thinking of getting a big old cardboard box, putting them on the inside, and when I eat mushrooms, that it'll be my playtime box.
You just stick your head in a box
to
and you're like,
sit in. Yeah.
Thomas, do you remember when we were at the freaking dinosaur museum and we were going through all the exhibits and having a good time and everyone was laughing and having a great time and it was awesome?
Yeah.
And then we came around the corner and there's just this pitch black room with a screen and written on the wall is extinction. And James just goes, oh no, bros. Do you remember that?
I do.
I literally laughed about that for 10 minutes. Oh no,
There was
bros, 'cause
also
extinction.
there was also this
That was awesome.
this like passageway that we had to go through, and it was like trippy as fuck because it was pitch black. It was this narrow passageway, and there was this concave fucking like mirror with stars and shit that lined the wall. So it was like a tunnel tube thing.
Yeah,
and
it was
like
pitch black in there too.
you just felt like you were wobbly just walking through it.
And then I bumped into you really hard.
But
I tried to turn around to be like, hey, Thomas. And he was just way closer to me than I thought. So I just fucking whacked him. And he was like, oh.
me and my friend Bryce smoked the weed before we went in. So it was really freaking trippy. And
They were having a rough
cool.
time going through that freaking pathway.
Oh, and guess what? Afterwards, that same day, we had such a fun day. I took an edible, and then we went and played laser tag.
The laser tag was so fucking sick.
I was so freaking bad at it because, like,
laser tag in the mall. Thomas went 10 and 60.
no, I went 12
You-
and 62, I think, was the thing.
That's the same
That's
number.
That's the same thing.
Hey Josh, your voice isn't coming through Discord at all. But in laser tag, I went 30 and 33. I
Is
was
it working
much closer
now?
to a 1.0 than Thomas was. It was sick.
Yeah, that's
Hello?
so cool. Oh,
Hey.
hello. I thought you were
It's
just
working now?
mouthing words. I didn't
We,
realize.
we had like 8 people on our laser team squad.
Mhm.
So I imagined that the employees were just going to let it be 4v4. But then 2 employees just jumped into the game anyways, and it was really awkward, and I wish they wouldn't have.
I
It
wish
would have
they
been more
weren't
fun.
because I think they didn't trust us to be in there by ourselves.
That's probably it. They could tell you and fucking Bryce were...
I
Blazed.
was so over the top.
I think I might have been under the influence of some stuff at that point as well, some alcohol, and maybe a little bit of stuff as well. I can't remember.
I will
alcohol.
say, weed enhanced all the pretty like neon glow in the dark colors in that room, but it dehanced my ability to play the game. So,
Dude, the fucking music, they let us choose the music, and Bryce put on Halo music from Halo the game, and it got really intense at a few parts, and I was like actually freaking...
Was it like the song from like the last level in Halo 3?
It played a lot of Halo music. We were in there for 20 minutes. But I had a really intense moment where I had climbed up in the center of the ring, or of the arena. There was this like thing you could climb up onto and shoot down, right?
Yeah.
And I was climbed up on top of there right as the music was getting like fucking mad intense. And I was just like actually way too into it at the moment. And like my heart was racing, and I was like fucking freaking out, looking around. It was like pitch black. Oh, it was so cool. What a good time. Laser tag, worth it every time.
it was
I
only
think I've
$8.
only ever played laser tag one time, and I didn't have a very good time.
It was only $8. To put that in context, today after work, I swung by Taco Bell because I knew I wasn't going to have time to cook because you guys wanted to do the podcast early. I got a single burrito and a single zero sugar Baja Blast. And guess how much it cost me?
That was $8, wasn't it?
It was $8.
So would you rather one beefy 5-layer and one zero sugar Baja Blast, or 20 minutes of literal awesome laser tagging?
I would take the 20 minutes of
Absolutely,
laser
the
tag
20 minutes
every
of laser
time.
tag every
I would
time.
take the 20 minutes of laser tag every time as well.
So, fuck Taco Bell. Y'all are too expensive these days, but laser assault, y'all are cool.
Thomas, how many times out of 10 would you trade 3 trips to Taco Bell for 1 trip to the Dinosaur Museum?
I honestly don't eat that much Taco Bell. So it would take me a long time to save up for Dinosaur Museum, but
But you would do it
every
though?
time though, yeah.
10 out of 10 times. He
Yeah.
does it every time.
So you'd keep going to the same dinosaur museum?
That Dinosaur Museum was awesome.
Fucking
You're
fool.
so crazy on this one, Josh.
I didn't get to go because you didn't invite me,
You
mister.
fucking fool.
You're wrong about this. This Dinosaur Museum was sick.
So you'd go there every single 3 times you go to Taco
I
Bell?
would go to... I'm going to that Dinosaur Museum every single time I'm in Northern Utah for the rest of my life, dude.
Next time we're up there, you need to take me.
I'll take you to
Was
that
it the
freaking
dinosaur museum we were gonna go to instead of the reptile expo?
Yeah, it
Yep,
was.
same museum,
It
dude.
was the very same.
Damn.
Reptile Expo was lit though. Did we ever talk about that on the podcast?
I think so.
Oh.
There was a guy that was walking around with no shoes, and he had like the dirtiest feet I've ever seen.
he was like,
like, this guy-
Jebediah lizard skin.
This guy looked like he had not worn shoes his entire life. Like, and also it was like,
Oh yeah, we did talk about
it was
this.
snowing outside. It was like 20 degrees. It was cold as fuck.
That reminded me of another scary story that happened to me recently.
Tell me the scary story.
So I go to work at 5. My shift starts at 5 in the morning. So I usually get to my job at around 5:15. Nah, that's a joke, but not really a joke. So it was like 4:50. I was at the Target. There was snow on the ground. And right in front of the doors, bare footprints in the snow. Bare human footprints in the snow. But guess what? They had a stopping point, but they didn't have a starting point.
So it was walking backwards.
Holy crap!
Isn't that so spooky? Just the fact that there were bare footprints in the snow just made my hair
Yeah, I know
stand on
Thomas
the
is
back
like
of my
legitimately
neck.
really scared of bears.
Yeah, well... But isn't that crazy? Like, what the hell was
I
happening
wonder what
over
they
there?
were. I wonder what sort of shenanigans they were up to.
I think it was literally a ghost. That's the only thing I can imagine, because I can't imagine
A
anyone
ghost.
walking
A ghost.
through the snow in their bare feet, right?
A ghost took corporeal form just to put footprints in the snow and then fuck back off.
Well, every ghost leaves footprints, you know?
What? No.
That's why if you have a ghost problem, you pour some flour on the floor, and if you see footprints, guess what? That means you have a ghost problem.
What?
Yeah.
It's true.
I saw they did it in Paranormal Activity. And guess what?
Believe you now. I didn't believe you at first, but now I freaking do.
Guess what? The ghost in that movie left the footprints.
And that movie is based on real facts, right?
Well, yeah, it's a found footage film.
Yeah.
So
Holy crap.
yeah, they found that footage.
They found it in the dumpster.
It's not like they set out to make a movie. They just like found that footage and they're like, "Fuck, we better."
They're like, holy
Same
crap,
with the other
we can make a
Paranormal
freaking
Activity
movie.
movies.
Yeah.
They found all of them. Collect like together.
Yeah.
They're just already edited together and labeled.
Yeah. This is Paranormal Activity 1.
They're like, what
Paranormal
happens?
Activity 2.
What happens if we watch Paranormal Activity 16 before we watch Paranormal Activity 1?
You die.
They did it and the universe just collapsed. This has been a Fun Stories podcast, guys.
How long have we been
I loved
freaking recording?
31 minutes.
That's an episode, I'd say.
That's a good short one.
Is this a short episode? Hey, Kade, can you put scary music whenever Thomas is telling a scary story? You just go on YouTube, look for free scary music.
You don't even have to
Royalty-free
mix.
Yeah,
scary music.
set it back.
You don't
Yeah,
even have
set
to
it
mix
back.
it good.
Yeah.
You can't
put
even
it in
hear
the
what I'm
background.
That
saying.
one part really loud.
That'd be pretty funny. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming to the podcast. Check out propertiesofnature.com for some merch. Check out truewillclothing.com for some collaboration merch. Check out Alucious, the band that we're releasing our latest EP with. Properties of Nature X Alucious. It's a really good EP. It's going to be fire when it all the way comes out. It's 3 of the 5 songs are out. Check them out now. We've got Chalupa Cabra is the latest drop. A song that we split half and half. Properties of Nature did the front half. Alucious took care of the back half. We got Clock Blocked featuring Joey freaking Holiday. That song was literally fire. We got
Mind Goblin.
featuring Brian Butcher of the Home Team. That song was insanely, credibly freaking fire. I think it's just a coincidence, but the 3 songs we've released first are the 3 songs I play drums on, because me and their Alucious' drummer split the album in half. So that's kind of funny.
Holy cow.
If you think about it.
Check out our Patreon.
Check
Just
out
look
our
up
Patreon,
Properties of
patreon.com,
Nature.
Properties
We got
of
If you
Nature.
Literally
Check us
just
out on
type
Twitter,
in
Pawn_band.
Properties on Patreon.
We
It'll be there.
have some cool stuff we're about to drop on that Patreon. We got naked pictures of Kade. We got naked pictures of Josh. We got some naked pictures of Waffles.
Oh,
And naked.
most of the pictures of Waffles are of him being naked. In fact,
We got no
'cause he's a
naked
dog.
pictures
That's
of
Canyon's,
me
that's Canyon's dog.
because it hurts my
Thomas,
brand.
This is. I'm gonna drop this on the Patreon today. Actually,
Do it. Dude, look how fucking sexy I look in that fucking picture.
So Josh is currently showing a Thomas nude. I'm probably going to cut this anyways. Thanks for coming to the podcast, guys. Bye.